Hi YouTube, this is NewMamaMia coming to you with a brief, not really an update, just a random video. I knew I said that I wasn't going to post anything until week 2, which technically would be on Tuesday, but I'm meeting with my doctor on Monday, so I will use that weigh-in when I give you guys an update. I have weighed myself. I weighed myself on Thursday or Friday. I had a decent loss, but I'm not going to count that this time. So I wanted to come on here and talk about some things that I wish I would have known or would have been talked about before I had weight loss surgery. Because I feel now that I'm 2 weeks out that there are a lot of things that I was not prepared for, just because I mean, I guess it's sort of my fault, because I guess I should have researched it. I mean, I've been researching this procedure for over 2 years, and in all of my research, hardly any of these things ever came up, or at least in the way that they applied to me. I know that everything is kind of like trial and error, and everything depends on you and your body's reaction to the surgery. But these are just some things that I wish would have been a little bit more clear. That way, hopefully, it can help someone else who is having surgery. The first thing would be just how easy it is to become dehydrated. Because even though I'm on a clear and full liquid diet, obviously I had to go to the ER because I was dehydrated and I had low blood sugar, which is something I'll touch on in a second. But I found that it was really, really easy for me to become dehydrated. You think pre-op, oh, I can drink 40 ounces of water and be totally fine, or 50 ounces and be fine. It's cool. I mean, I might be a little thirsty, but I can skate on through. And ooh, and I'm at 77 ounces right now of water because I'm not going back to the ER. But even though, and maybe this has something to do with my particular medicines as well, but I still feel that it's very easy for me to get to that point of dehydration. So I wish somebody would have told me. I know a lot of people go through, have to go back into the hospital. I know, not Miss T Lovely, Miss Diva Dimples, who I follow. She's also a New Orleans girl. She has a VSG. She's doing excellently. She just had her 1 year post-op, so go follow her if you're a VSGer and you want someone good to follow. But she had to go back into the hospital because she was severely dehydrated, and she was in there for a while. Luckily for me, I only needed 2 liters of 2 bags of IV fluid, and I was good to go, and some dextrose, and I was good to go. And for the most part, I feel okay. I still feel like I'm dehydrated, but I found that that's actually not necessarily dehydration, but it's my blood sugar being extremely low. Which leads me into that next point, that if you don't have diabetes beforehand, and your blood sugars are normal, there is a good chance that you could possibly develop low blood sugar if you are on a clear or full liquid diet. And the reason for that is because you're not taking in any carbs or very few carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are an important building block of any nutrition, of any body's daily nutritional upkeep. Your body needs carbs just as much as it needs protein. I know a lot of people say protein, 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 but your body needs carbohydrates. It needs sugars. You cannot have a completely sugar-free, not talking like sugars as in refined sugars, white sugar, but just sugars as in the component. Your body cannot handle a completely sugar-free lifestyle. your body will go, it's just not good. And I find that a lot of the times it's very difficult for me because I can barely walk to my kitchen without being winded and extremely tired, much less, go anywhere, try to walk. I try to take a shower and it's like fighting against passing out. I took a shower today and my vision was literally, it was blurring. My vision was blurring. And that's a scary feeling, but it's a reality of this type of diet that my particular doctor has me on, and any other doctor who may have something kind of close to that. So I would implore you, if you have normal blood sugars before the surgery, to talk to your nutritionist, talk to your dietitian, and see what they would recommend in the event, hopefully it's not very likely for you, but in the event that after surgery you end up having a low blood sugar. And it should resolve itself once you get back on solid foods with carbohydrates and things like that and natural sugars. But and I'm not talking about sitting up drinking, a bottle of orange juice or eating an orange or an apple or something. I'm just talking about sugars that are found naturally occurring in foods that you eat, that you ingest, in order to keep your body, in order to keep your blood sugar normal. And you can get that from proteins as well. Everything has protein, everything has carbohydrates, well, for the most part. There's a lot of things that are processed that don't have those things. But you should talk to your nutritionist and talk to your surgeon, and that way you have something that you know and you feel is is a contingency plan in place. Because let me tell you, this low blood sugar thing is for the birds. I'm tired all the time. I get irritable a lot, and a lot of that kind of goes in with the hormones, which I'll talk about in a second. But it's really bad, and it's amazing how quickly, once I get some sugar into my system, my nutritionist or my PA called me, and relayed to me that the doctor said drink a little bit of juice, since I had to sleep. I didn't have RNY, so I can have a little bit of sugar and quote unquote not dump, which I'll talk about in a second. But you should talk to your nutritionist. Okay, so another thing is that you are going to be hormonal. And as Candy Sweet Enough said in one of her recent videos, as fat cells shrink, your hormones go crazy because you're fat. Or no, it was Lily. Lily said it. Not Pinkfish Lily. Lillian Forbes. Anyway, you can find her on YouTube. You can find her on Facebook. She just had lap band conversion from RNY conversion from lap band. And she's awesome. So go watch her videos. But as your fat cells shrink, when you lose weight, your hormones go crazy. So I find that my face is breaking out a lot, and I'm super hormonal. I'm off the chain sometimes. Like, I'll be crying one moment, like my poor fiance, I'm sitting next to him, I'm crying, I'm like, I love you, I miss you, blah, blah, blah. Next second, I'm cursing him out, literally. I was gonna go and admit myself somewhere. I thought I had borderline personality disorder. It was horrible. I was just like, why is this like this? It's crazy, but it's starting to normalize, I guess, but not really. We'll just see how that goes. But I'm kind of on an emotional roller coaster. So I talked about dehydration, low blood sugar, hormones, how I'm weak and tired. Another thing is that if you're on the type of diet that I'm on, which is full liquids, clear liquids for 2 weeks, there is a very likely chance that you will fall into something called ketosis. Now, ketosis is kind of a state that your body goes in when you are ingesting very, very, very few carbohydrates. It's kind of a tie-in to the semi-starvation or starvation that your body is going through. And think about it, if you're on full liquids, clear liquids, you're probably only getting max 50 to 100 calories a day. At one point, I was only getting 5 to 15 to 0 calories a day. There were some days where it was all I can do just to drink water, especially since I was pushing so hard. Directly after I got out of the ER, the day after that, I had only water. because I was so afraid of getting dehydrated. I just sat there. I drank 66 ounces of water over the course of the day, and that was my thing. I didn't put any Crystal Light in it. I didn't put any type of sweetener. It was just straight water. Smart water, by the way, does not agree with me. Most pure waters, unless it has a lot of ice in it, doesn't agree with me, because it has a weird aftertaste. But with ketosis comes this horrible, horrible side effect of bad breath. Okay, I brush my teeth 3 times a day. I use Listerine. I mean, look at these pearly whites. I mean, really. Yeah, I brush my teeth a lot. Let me tell you something. My breath smells like ass. Yeah, it's horrible. And it's not an oral hygiene problem. It's from the ketosis. Your breath smells horrible. And some people say it smells like acetone. I say it smells like ass. Whatever. But that's just a side effect. Oh, my screen went away. That's just a side effect of the ketosis. I wish somebody would have told me that, because I cannot stand. I mean, I wouldn't reverse the surgery for anything. I would have not done the surgery for anything in the world. But I wish somebody would have told me that, so I could have been prepared, gotten some sugar-free, I don't know, gum or mints or something, so I can like kind of keep myself together, because that's just not a good look at all. And my last point, dumping. So when I decided to have VSG, my main thing, it wasn't that I didn't want to dump, because I think that if you do dump, it's a good mechanism to keep you from eating the wrong shit. But I was told with the VSG, we would not dump. Let me tell you, this little sleeve right here is so sensitive. It will not, you put the wrong thing in there, even if it's soup. I've learned that, was it Swanson broth? Don't give that to Mia. She'll dump on that. For real. I have some serious food intolerances. I can't have Smart Water. I can't have Crystal Light. I can't have Swanson broth. Like, what the hell? Only drink really I found, and it's a lifesaver, diet lemonade. I have from Chick-fil-A. I have to drink it slowly, but if I get me some diet lemonade from Chick-fil-A, and I have my crushed ice from Sonic, I'm good. I can do it. I can do it. Okay? The diet lemonade from Chick-fil-A has 13 calories and 4 grams of carbs, which is a lot, but if it's getting my fluids in, it's getting my fluids in. And honestly, I can't even look at Smart Water anymore. Also, Mia, no, she's not drinking any beef broth. Don't even think about giving me any beef broth, because cream of anything, ugh. Um, maybe over time these things will resolve itself. I'll try it. Monday, praise Jesus, I will hopefully be getting on some type of my semi-solid soft foods. And I'm looking forward to it, because I just want food for nutrition. Like, my body is screaming, I need nutrition. I need nutrition. I need nutrition. I need something of substance to heal my body and to make it work. Because not being able to walk to my kitchen, I'm not walking 30 minutes a day, because I'll pass out in the middle of the floor and not get up. Honestly, because my my soon-to-be mother-in-law is a nurse, and she's been checking on me every day, and literally I walked out the room to the kitchen to speak with her, got so dizzy, had to sit down in the middle of the floor, and it was just horrible. So ask about those things. I hope this video helps someone, and I will be seeing you lovely people on Monday. So thanks for listening to my ranting and ramblings. Bye.